Hiya fishy folks, and welcome back to Michael's Fish Room. Today's video brought to us by Facebook. Grab a healthy snack and beverage, stand by. Alright fishy folks, today's video is not really a rant, but just a question, a little bit of knowledge about what size fish tank for a particular fish, and a couple of, just housekeeping items. So, now that you have your healthy snack and beverage, if you could just do me a favor, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, and then, when you're done with that, go ahead and boop the notification bell so you know if I release a new video, or perhaps go live, which I will be doing Sunday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, to help celebrate my 40,000 subscriber milestone. Thank you so much, I really appreciate it. In addition, because I'm such a swell lad, go ahead and go to my website, michaelsfishroom.com, and use promo code THANKS40K for 10% off everything on the website, michaelsfishroom.com. Seeded sponge filters are back in stock. All the guppies that I have available are on the website. All the plecos, super red longfin, shortfin super reds, all of them. Everything's on the website. Check it out. And of course, one more, housekeeping thing. I am now on TikTok. Link down below for my TikTok. All the hip kids are doing it, so I figured I should join along because I'm pretty hip. So check it out. Real short videos, less than a minute long on TikTok. Mostly, just about my fish room and different stock and things like that. Especially because you're not allowed to sell on Facebook anymore because, they're all snowflakes over there. Speaking of Facebook, the other night I was up. It was like 1:30 in the morning. I had probably fallen asleep around 10 because I'm old. And woke up at 1:30 and did the dumbest thing possible. Grabbed my phone. Start scrolling through, social media, emails, that kind of thing. Get to Facebook and I'm, seeing if I could help anyone with a little bit of knowledge. And I see this post and somebody was gifted a 15-gallon tank. I think it came from Tank Talk. Great group run by KJE Aquatics, John and Lisa. And he said, I think it was something like, I have some Tetras and I want something for algae control. What do you recommend? A couple people recommended bristlenose and ottos or snails or shrimp. And this person named Kat, and I have her actual response here, so I get it right. Now, I'm not picking on Kat by any means. This does not mean to call her out, but she writes, I wouldn't recommend a pleco as they have such a large bioload. Alright, their bioloads are larger than, say, a Tetra, but I don't know about such a large bioload. Sit down, strap in, because here's where it gets good. Even bristlenose plecos need at least 30 gallons to be comfortable. Ottos or snails would be better. I'm fine. And of course, first I'm like, this person is a dummy, but, I don't know her level of expertise in the fish world. So I said 30, I don't know. We went back and forth for a little while. I couldn't find it, so. Long story short, she's like, yeah, check online. All the websites say you need at least 30 gallons. I'm like, that's complete BS. Complete BS. So I asked the Google, and the Google came back and said, yeah, minimum 20 to 30 gallons for a bristlenose. When did that change? I don't ever remember it being like that. Now, maybe it's just because I didn't look. Maybe Kat is one of those people that believes everything that's on the internet, and I give advice based on doing. Maybe that's the issue, but anyway, the long and the short of it is, the question you need to ask is, what size tank do I need for a certain size fish? Now, we all know the inch per gallon rule is complete nonsense. Some people say it works for nanofish, and it may or may not work for nanofish. For those of you that don't know, the inch per gallon rule is, theoretically, you need for 1 inch of fish, you need 1 gallon of water, which would mean you could put a 10-inch Oscar in a 10-gallon tank, which we all know is stupid. That's just dumb. And you can't do it. I mean, you can, but it's dumb. So I did a video on it. I'll link that up here as well on the inch per gallon rule. I still see that thrown out there, and I always try to debunk it. But the question you need to ask is, To put a certain fish in a tank, you need to know a few things. The footprint of the tank, you know, is it a fish that likes to swim like this, or is it a tall fish, so they need a tall tank like an angel? What part of the water column do they like? Are they top swimmers or bottom swimmers or middle? And their bioload, essentially. And that'll help you decide what size and what kind of tank you need. As an example, I love guppies in a 20 high. 20 high guppies. I have Taco in a 20 high, and you guys are, oh, he's 1,000 gallons. No, he doesn't. I'm fine. Many breeders in foreign countries put like 4 or 5 in a 55. And, you know, they section them off. So he's fine in here. He is going to go in a bigger tank, which is going to go here, which is why this is empty, coming soon. But the truth is, certain fish do better in different footprint tanks. I like plecos in long tanks as opposed to high tanks because they like to swim along the bottom. So let's just say for plecos, because that's what we're talking about, can you put a pleco in a 10? Of course you can. You just need to maintain proper water quality. How do you do that? Well, you change X amount of water at the time nitrates reaches X amount. And that amount is up to you. Some people say, I'm fine. Some people say 20 parts per million, gotta change water. Some people say 40 parts per million, gotta change water. What did you just do? He just knocked something over. I hope you heard it. And so let's just use 40 parts per million. If you have a tank with, say, 5 male guppies, a 10-gallon, and, you know, a long fin, super red bristlenose pleco, because that's the coolest pleco that you can buy on Michael's Fish Room right now. You have those in the tank. It's lightly planted, and you feed moderately every day, once or twice a day. And maybe you fast on Wednesdays because that's what you want to do. That's better for the fish, you believe. On Saturday, when you change 50% of the water, your cycle is maintaining 0 ammonia, 0 nitrites, and then say 40 parts per million nitrates. On Saturday, you do 50% water change, and your nitrates go down to 20. Through the week, the cycle's maintaining itself. You're feeding normally. Everybody's good. The following Saturday, your nitrates get to 40 parts per million. Boom, 50% water change drops down to how much? That's right, 20 parts per million. And that's your schedule. Now, some people just do water changes for no reason. Every week they change this amount, and that's what they've been told, and that's what they do. And if that works, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just not as precise as it could be, which is fine. You don't need to be precise. If your fish are healthy and everybody's good, no need to change, right? That's another thing I see on Facebook sometimes is, oh, you have to do it this way. Why? It's working this way. I don't have to change because Fish Nazi says I do. All right, whole nother video for that. So, again, the question for what size fish can I put in what size tank is basically bioload and footprint. So, the other thing that I can't stand is when people compare humans to fish. We're not the same. Right? The comparison I get for bettas is, would you like to live in a closet all the time? No, but I'm not a betta. Bettas don't mind small spaces. Do they like bigger spaces? Probably, but I'm not a betta psychiatrist, so I don't know. I've kept bettas in a quart container, and I've kept bettas in 5 and 10-gallon tanks. They all do the same, fine. It's just a matter of water quality and their quality of life with good food, so you can't keep a 10-inch Oscar in a 10-gallon tank. You can't keep an 18-inch common pleco, you know, in a 55, and you might say, but why? That's more than an inch per gallon. Because they can't turn around. A 55-gallon tank is only 12 inches wide. An 18-inch fish is going to have a hard time turning around. Those are all the things you need to know. All right, fishy folks, that does it. Once again, thank you for 40,000 subscribers. Go to my website, michaelsfishroom.com. Use promo code THANKS40K for 10% off. And on Sunday, the 21st, at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, I will be streaming. There will be giveaways. Trust me, there will be giveaways. See ya! Bye-bye. On Saturday, when you change the water, that's Saturday, by the way, and I'm live streaming, Sunday, what's the date? Sunday. Sunday, tomorrow's the 20th, 21st. Sunday. Hiya fishy folks, and welcome back to Michael's Fish Room. Today's video comes from us courtesy of Facebook. See, I forgot courtesy. I have to remember that and not pause for 15 minutes.